As SoulCycle's founding master instructor, Stacey Griffith has inspired countless people to improve their physical health. But what about mental health? She says many of her students actually come up to her at the end of a class. They want to talk to her at a time when they're most vulnerable with emotions that are flowing.
Probably that was me. I've been there, done that. So now Stacey is partnering up with the National Alliance on Mental Illness of New York City to get the word out about all the resources it offers to help New Yorkers deal with mental health issues. So not only is Stacey Griffith here with us this morning, but also NAMI's Executive Director, Matt Kudish. Nice to have you both here.
Welcome, good morning.
So this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think on the 10th is like, you know, a very special day. What's the word? What are we trying to get out there?
Well, I think Matt can speak to that the most because he's the head of NAMI, so.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think we're not born knowing how to navigate something as complicated as mental illness, and there's so much stigma around it, and we want people who are struggling and their family members and their friends to have access to all of the resources that they need to help support themselves and the individual who's struggling.
And your organization does what?
Our programs and services offer classes and support groups and public education opportunities to help families and individuals build better lives.
And it's free.
And Stacey, how did you come to join Matt with this?
So I have a student, Stacey Helfstein, who found the organization when she was going through her own personal depression, and she decided that people need to know that this is an actual thing and it's okay to talk about it. So she did a lot of research, found NAMI, and I just can't believe that more people don't know about it, because I didn't know about it, and if I would have known about it in the last 13 years, I could have sent more of my students there for help, because mental health doesn't just affect the person. Like, your entire family is affected by it, and this organization helps the entire family, and every person that works at the organization has been through the program. So it's the kind of thing where you don't go there and be spoken to about this is what you need to do, this is, you know, what you should do. It's more like, I've been there, I've been through this.
And you've been through a lot personally yourself. I mean,
yeah.
You've been on the show with your book, and you talked about your struggles with sobriety, and you're doing great now.
Thank you.
But all that kind of stuff like plays into how you feel about yourself and the outlook.
Absolutely. I think Matt has a lot more statistics about how many people it affects, so I would love for him to tell you more about that.
Why the stigma that's associated with it? Because it seems like we have so many shows where we are talking about people who are dealing with mental healthness and wellness, but apparently the word's not getting out there enough.
1 out of 5 of us is living with a mental illness, and the other 4 are their family members, their friends, their neighbors, their colleagues. But there is this enormous stigma. There's a lot of shame around acknowledging that there's something going on with you mentally. Often there's a real, we need more parity between mental health and physical health. The same way I would talk very openly if I were dealing with a stomach issue or a broken leg. If I'm dealing with a mental health problem, I need to be able to access the same kind of resources and support. So every day we work really hard to normalize conversations about these kinds of issues, so that when people are struggling, or when someone sees that someone in their life is struggling, they can reach out and get them connected to the most effective resources available.
And there's great research that says physical exercise really helps with your mental health.
It's body-mind connection.
Right.
It's so important.
And SoulCycle, I have to say, has gotten me through some very rough patches in my life, because it's so, well, cardio driven.
Right.
And a lot of people at the end of it, I mean, they're physically exhausted, but at the same time, the endorphins have kicked in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mental health and physical health together equal a happy person. And that's why I'm teaming up with this organization, so that we can get more New Yorkers and more people around the country to figure out that there is a resource for you. You need to move, you need to exercise, and you need family and friend support. So
That's not a matter of, oh, snap out of it.
No.
You know, you'll be fine, which is maybe one reason why people don't talk about it, because some people don't know how to react to it in a way of being helpful.
And those kind of comments minimize what it is that you're going through. And so you stop trying to get help when what you're getting back is something that undermines what you feel is so important to what you need.
Right.
Is there an event that's coming up that we need to talk about, or just in general that Thursday is World Mental Health Day? And
there's an event tonight. Our annual Seeds of Hope Gala is tonight. Yeah, absolutely.
Are there tickets? It's sold out. You come on this show and tell us that we can't go to this?
It's sold out. it's all, you can still donate, but you know, it's going to be fun because I'm emceeing the night, which is, you're very good at that. You know, I've never emceed for NAMI before, and because of my relationship with Stacey and our friendship is very important to me, I want to help her and I want to help the organization. And so tonight I'm helping with the auctioneering, which you know I love to do. And you can still donate. You know, even if you're sitting at home, you can still go on the website.
Absolutely.
And donate.
And all the money that we raise goes to support all of the programs and services that we offer, and they're available free of charge to anyone who needs them.
Okay.
Amazing.
What other projects are you working on?
I mean, we need another program for that.
Right.
There's a lot. There's a Project ALS Gala coming up on the 23rd. Soul Cycle classes are thriving.
By the way, Soul Cycle classes are thriving, even after the boycott of this summer.
We're still going strong.
And by the way, that weekend was a trying weekend for the instructors and the young people who work there. I mean, people were just calling them up on the phone and cursing them out,
Yeah.
not really realizing who was on the other.
We survived, and we all have our mental health still.
It was challenging for a moment, I suppose.
Yeah, so we're good. So we'll see you there on a bike.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
thanks for
sharing
having
this
us.
morning.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
having
it. All right, now time for us to eat.